Alright everyone, I'm here to do an overview of the Nexus 4 official bumper case. So I have my Nexus 4 here, but let's take a look at the bumper case. Now when you do get this case here, it actually does come in a plastic box case thing. I'm not really here to do an unboxing because it's not really worth doing one. But it just comes out like that. There's some papers in here, but you know, it doesn't really matter. So here's the bumper case. What's kind of interesting about this is that it's a couple of pieces together. You know, you got this bottom part here. You know, you can kind of see it does sort of come apart. But one thing I really like about this case is the actual buttons on here. These are actually buttons. They're not like rubber overlays over the buttons where it kind of feels rough or hard to press it down. These feel like real buttons when it's on there. Another thing is it doesn't really add much bulk to it. You know, this case, they really designed this to be part of the phone. And I saw another video of someone reviewing it, and they said it's like they're selling you the bumper. It's like when they built the phone, they include it, but they take it out to sell it separately or something like that. But it's a really nice looking bumper case. It's a very pliable bumper case. You know, it's very flexible. But you know, it seems like it's not really going to do much. But when it's on the phone, everything's all good. So let's put this on. By the way, so this is how the Nexus 4 looks like without the case, which by the way does feel really nice without a bumper case. But again, this is a very, very fragile phone. You know, front and back glass. I think it's Gorilla Glass to be exact. Very slick too. But I do have, I did order some screen protectors for the front and back. You know, just give an extra layer of protection because I don't want this thing to break. So I like to put it on with the buttons in the front. And look at that, it's on there. Look how stupidly easy it is. So one nice thing about this is that, of course, when you do lay it, it's the rubber part of the case is slightly above the glass. So whether you put it on the front or back, it's raised. One thing you do lose is that if you never use a Nexus 4 before, one thing with these, what's really nice about this is that the edge of the phone on the front is slightly curved. So when you are using your fingers to do swipes on here, you don't have that hard edge like you do with pretty much any other phone out there, but you have a nice smooth glide even on the edge. Not so much on the front and back, even though it is on the top and bottom, but it's slightly curved, which is nice. You do lose that when you do have the bumper case on, but the fact that this phone is pretty fragile, it's a nice trade-off, because you know, if the case gets damaged if you drop it, but the phone it's protected, that's kind of the point of the case. But you do still retain the beauty of the phone. And like I said before, when you do have the bumper case on, you still retain the physical buttons on here. So when you press it, it's a really it just feels like it's part of the phone. And that's what's really nice about it. And that's something you don't really get too often with cases in general. You know, there are some out there that will have the actual buttons. That way it feels like you're using the phone instead of like a case. But this is one of these cases that just feels like it's part of the phone. It doesn't feel like you have a case on it. But like I said, the only thing you really lose is that the smoothness of the edges. But like I said, that's kind of a trade-off. This is a $20 case, but you know, if you buy it on the Google Play Store, they do add shipping and taxes on it, so this comes to about $30. And I personally didn't buy this on the Google Play Store. I actually got it off of Amazon, and it was about $35 shipped, which it'll be about the same anyway. Maybe a couple dollars more, but at least I was even able to get this because it's still sold out on the Google Play Store right now. But it is a really nice case. If you're looking for a bumper case, I do recommend this case. But if you want a cheaper alternative, you can look at the Poetic. I think that it's called a Slimline bumper case. It's about $10 plus shipping, and it's a nice cheap alternative. But you know, if you want the official one, this is a really nice one here. So I do give this case a thumbs up, and like always, have a good one. And one thing to keep in mind is with pretty much any case here, keep in mind that if you are using the cables that came with it, it will work fine with it. But with the headphone jack, it is a little on the small side. But if you use headphones that has the very small headphone jack plug on it, you'll pretty much be fine with it. But if you have bulkier ones, you might have trouble with that. So that's kind of a knock on it. But for me, I don't really have bulky headphone jacks, so for me that's not a problem. But when it's on there, it looks nice. It looks like it's part of the phone, and I do like the fact that they use real buttons on the case instead of just like rubber overlays. So I give it a thumbs up. Like always, have a good one.